Hello everyone, welcome back to our new video in our plugin development series. I'm your host Ikramul. So far we have created our plugin and we have successfully registered our portfolio post type. In this video, we are going to create our custom category named as portfolio category. Okay, so without wasting any of our time, let's quickly jump into the development. Okay, so now we have to create our custom taxonomy, and as I always mention, it is always better and best to check official codex. Okay, so now as we are creating taxonomy, so we have to make sure we check our registered taxonomy docs first to get some understanding. Okay, so how it works and what is the purpose of a taxonomy. I'm doing always such things because being a developer, we have to make sure we are always up to date and you guys can always see what's going on to get clear idea and get better understanding of actual development. Okay, so if you see, you can come into it and you can find actual codes like these. Okay, very much similar to that of the registered post type, so you can check all those things and you can play with it and you can get more understanding what each of the arguments are doing, right? So obviously as we are learning, we will not be copying anything. We will be simply moving towards the development and writing code at our own. Okay, so same way we have to create our another action hook for the register taxonomy. Okay, so it is going under init, and we can call it as a like callback, and we can give it a name of our choice to our callback function. So we can say it's something like portfolio category. I would say rather than category, we have to use taxonomy because that is the more generic name for the custom taxonomies. Because in WordPress portfolio, in WordPress taxonomy is actually the categories. Okay, so now we can add something for our any of the persons or code reviewers to get better understanding what is going on. Okay, so now we have to proceed towards the development, and for that we can write our code. I am always keeping my comments in same format like I do for simple one way, so it is always generic. Okay, perfect. Now we have to create our callback function, so we can name it something like, what was the name of our taxonomy? It was something like taxonomy. If you don't know or want to have any double checks, you can simply copy paste here. Perfect. Now it's time to add our arguments. Same way, first of all, we will be, because we will be giving our options through settings, so I am just declaring a variable, empty one. Now we can create a taxonomy slug variable as well. Okay, so we can say it's something like taxonomy category. Perfect. Okay, next comes very same way our labels array, where we pass naming convention for the taxonomy. It is almost similar to than that of a post type, and very much similar way we will be creating it like translation ready. Okay, so we can say it's something like portfolio categories. If you want to make it translation, obviously through if you want to give that name to your users, you can do that, and I would prefer you have to do it and in this way I will be keeping it static, but for you it is a learning, so you have to adjust all those things like we did here. So you have to create something in your settings so they can play with the name. Okay, it's I will say it's your learning. Perfect. Now singular name, we can use some tags like this. So our code is translation ready. For singular name, obviously it will be becoming portfolio category, and this is for our translation ready string. Okay, so I can just copy and paste it few times. Why we doing that? To save some of our time, because we have already checked all those details in our earlier video of post type. Okay, so now next in comes here search items. So we can say search categories like we were doing earlier for the other stuff. Okay, here for the all items we have to use some sort of a, okay, so simply we can say it here like all and categories. Perfect. And then comes our edit item. Okay, so what we want to say it, obviously we want to say it edit category, right? Then we want to use some naming convention for update item. It will become update category. You can get all those parameters from the codex as I shown you, and also from the post link which I will be sharing in this video description. Okay, so add a new item, we will be saying like add new portfolio category, and we can also say like portfolio, instead of portfolio we can say it, add new category, right? And we also want to use some sort of a new item name, and what we want to say it, we can say it add new category, or I would say it's a new category name, we can say that like this way, new category. Or we can simply say, okay, name is I think more suitable for this one, but whatever we want to do that we can do, it's totally up to us. Okay, now it's menu name. Menu name, what we want to mm, name our menu, like I would say it is better to use categories. I think it is enough for us, and we can get rid of these items. Okay, perfect. We have successfully created our labels and naming convention. If we made any mistake, obviously we will be coming back to it and we can check in better details. Next is our args array for arguments, which we will be obviously finally passing as the arguments of our register taxonomy. So labels, obviously our labels, and then hierarchicals. Actually, the difference between tags and and categories is the difference if we want to have some parent child relationships or not. For categories we usually keep those relationships, for tags we don't, so in our case we want to have that relationship. Okay, so show UI, obviously we want to show it into the UI, it is true. And then do we want to show it into the admin column? Obviously we want to show it inside admin column, so we will be keeping it to true as well. And do we want to make it like searchable or code searchable? Obviously we want to utilize that as well. And again, rewrite, so this is tricky. The tricky thing I am just saying, because here we are passing our slug, but I will be giving you this as a learning for the settings under the settings thing, because it is something which you will be creating your own at your own. You have to write it so you can see how it goes. Okay, and then finally show in the rest we are keeping it to true as well. Perfect. So I think that's enough. We no need to pass further parameters. Now finally we have to call our register taxonomy function. Here we want to keep name of our taxonomy. I think it is better if we keep our taxonomy name something like this. Okay, so here we will be passing names of our post types. For our portfolio post, we have registered post as portfolio, wp underscore portfolio. And now finally we will be passing our args argument. All right. So if everything goes fine, our category should be registered and it should be showing under our portfolio post type. So now quickly refresh our site and see in the back office if we have our categories. Okay, perfect. We are seeing our categories all fine. Okay, so if you see post type is portfolio, WP underscore portfolio, and our categories are there. So this thing shows it is a category rather than a tag, because it has parent chat relationship. Okay, now let me quickly show you one more thing. If I just go like this, what it will be doing if I just simply passed another argument. If you see here, we are already having a category, but if you see in the this part, once I hover over the categories, so it's going to the taxonomy category. But if it shows our categories, now this one, now you can check in this left corner that our custom taxonomy is also assigned to post type of post, right? So this way we can attach our custom taxonomies to any post type we want, but we will not be doing this in our this particular series, as our purpose is to have portfolio category. Okay, so we have created our taxonomy. Now it's time to create few items, like I would say some sort of a fashion. If we enter anything we want to do that, it will be becoming that. Otherwise, if we leave it, it will be becoming WordPress auto generated. So our taxonomy is there. If you see, we don't have any post here yet. And if I simply go to our post, let me quickly check and assign. Okay, I have just selected that category fashion, which we just created here, and count is 0. Now as I have assigned category to it, and if I refresh it, okay, so our post is showing here. This way we can create more taxonomy items like categories. Okay, now I have created one more with the name as web development, and one more we can simply create for testing purposes. We can name it like design. Okay, so we have created our taxonomies. All right, perfect. So what we have done in this particular video, we have registered our custom taxonomy, we have named it, and I also gave you a task. I would say your task is to make sure you create some more custom taxonomies with different names, and also register different custom post types in your own custom plugin for your own practice, so you know what's going on and what each parameter does. All right. So far we have almost completed our backend. We have created our post type. We have created our taxonomies like categories. And in the next video, we will be including our assets, because now we are moving towards front end. So we have to show our actual filterable portfolio. For that, first we will be adding our assets, and then we will be coming towards the shortcode development. So with that shortcode, we will be showing all the posters and filters from here back office or MySQL. Like these categories will be becoming our filters, and these posters will be becoming our actual portfolio items. So until then, if you have any question or queries, don't hesitate to ping me through comments. Otherwise, I'll be seeing you in the next video. Until then, have a nice time. See you. Bye bye.